Let's get something straight. There are people out there in the legacy media like the Washington Post and NPR trying to paint a narco-trafficking vessel as if it were some innocent fishing boat. And they're even suggesting that taking out this vessel might somehow be a war crime. A war crime? Are you kidding me? The drugs pouring in to the United States are weapons. They kill more Americans every single year than most wars in our history. Fentanyl, synthetic opioids, chemical cocktails. They are engineered for one purpose: to weaken the United States by destroying its youth. This is irregular warfare. This is the modern battlefield. Nobody needs to cross oceans with tanks or planes when the ocean itself delivers the payload. These boats aren't fishing boats. They are weapons, platforms, floating arsenals carrying chemical agents designed to kill Americans quietly. And every young man or woman lost to fentanyl isn't just a statistic. It's a future soldier, a future parent, a future builder of this country gone before their time. So yes, taking out narco-trafficking vessels is self-defense. It's national security. It's war. Ask yourself why the corporate press is bending over backwards to portray narco-traffickers as victims. Why they are running interference for operations that poison our people. Why they treat hostile actors, whether cartels or regimes that enable them, as if they're innocent bystanders. And even more importantly, why they never tell the stories of the American parents who bury their sons and daughters because of fentanyl. The American people see the damage. They see the funerals. They see the communities hollowed out. And yet the media wants you to feel sympathy for the traffickers. That tells you everything. Look at where these operations originate. Look at the collapsing states, the mass migrations, the gangs flooding north, the destabilization of entire regions, countries like Venezuela, once wealthy and stable, now used as launch pads for trafficking networks, shadow economies, and state-aligned criminal groups. Destabilize the region, flood America with drugs, drive mass migration, weaken borders, overwhelm infrastructure, fracture society. This is not random. This is strategic strategy. So when the United States confronts a trafficking vessel full of deadly synthetic drugs, that's not a simple Coast Guard stop. That's not a customs inspection. That is engagement with the adversary. Those chemicals on board are as deadly as any bomb, only slower, quieter, more deniable. They kill hundreds of thousands, devastate families, and drain the strength of the nation. No serious country would tolerate that, and no commander-in-chief worth anything would allow deadly substances to cross into the homeland while the media cries crocodile tears for the traffickers. So let's be clear. Anyone calling these narco boats fishing vessels or calling defensive action a war crime is either completely ignorant of the scale of the crisis, blind to the reality of irregular warfare, or intentionally running cover for the very networks poisoning this nation. And the American people deserve to know which one it is. If they want to defend narco traffickers, they can go explain that to the families who have buried their children. This is not a game. This is not a misunderstanding. This is not a moral puzzle. This is a war waged quietly, chemically, and strategically against the United States. The vessels aren't innocent. The drugs aren't harmless. And the media spin isn't accidental. The real crime is allowing people who poison a nation to be treated as victims. America must defend itself on the water, at the borders, and on the information battlefield where the media works overtime to confuse the public. This is World Patriot Radio, and we speak the truth they don't want you to hear.